Hey everyone, Apollo. It's been a while since I've done a video that hasn't just been a stream pod, so yeah, kind of not streaming right now, just kind of chilling. Probably gonna use this video as, I guess, a little bit of curiosity, I guess, call it a gap sesh, whatever, and curiosity of the state of Kindred, since a lot of people still think the champion's really underpowered, and obviously in higher ranks, a lot of people think the champion's still really overpowered. So, kind of curious as to like other people's take on the champion and things. Just kind of curious because I mean, if you look at the win rates, obviously, because people you like to use win rate as a statistic. In certain ranks, it's really low. In certain ranks, it's really high. On certain servers, it's really low. On other servers, it's really high. So it's kind of one of those things of which part of it is just because of the generic player skill, or in which part of it is because of the actual champion balance, and like what could be done to kind of mitigate the fact that in higher elos, if Kindred's played well, it's one of the most unfair solo queue junglers, while in lower to mid ranks, most people obviously aren't super good at the map knowledge or super good at the champion, so the champion feels kind of bad to play and kind of irrelevant, and nobody wants to touch the champ. I'm kind of curious as to what people's take is on that, because obviously I think it's like in gold right now and below, which is like 85% of the player base. Kindred has like a 47% win rate or something, which is obviously not great if you want to go with that statistic for the average player base. And in higher ranks, all the time, Kindred's win rate is like 54 plus and like Diamond plus in certain servers. So, one of those things where, for the like average player, since I know a lot of my viewers and people are average players, kind of curious, what is your guys' take on Kindred? And like, if there was anything to be changed about Kindred, no, I don't mean, oh my god, make Wolf do this, rework Kindred, but like, what makes Kindred hard for you to play, or what would you change to make Kindred a little bit better for you to play to feel better? Because I'm just kind of curious, because obviously you can't really buff the champion, because when the champion's buffed, it's kind of dominant in high elo, but when the champion's not, like when the champion's relatively average or slightly strong in high elo, the champion's really bad in mid to low rank. So, kind of curious as to what people struggle with the most on it. Like, is it mark manipulation and stuff? Do you think the slow is too the clear is too slow and stuff? Is itemization just too confusing, since obviously Kindred can change their build very, very heavily between on hit and crit and stuff like that? Kind of curious as just to take on all that stuff and just what the normal player thinks of it. Other than that, like obviously, like my perspective is, in the past couple of weeks I played on an account and climbed to masters with it on stream, played every game on stream, and my take is still like Kindred is ridiculously strong and ridiculously unfair to play against if you play them well, but at the same time, I get where a lot of people are coming from with thinking the champion doesn't feel great, because it's like you have to put in a lot more effort on Kindred to get to that dominant state than you can on a lot of the more simple champions that are just decent right now, like Shyvana and like Udyr, like Diana stuff. You can get similar results on those champions just by like playing them averagely, because you don't really have to aim your abilities, you don't have to like actually do much, you simply just exist to exist and kind of farm and one-shot your camps with like the AP itemization, like beta dashes and stuff, and then kind of scale. It can do decently with it. It's that. Be careful if he stealth on me. I don't think Poppy's gonna collapse in time. His flash. That's okay. Ah, wait, you pushed him away. Obi. But yeah, so kind of curious about that, like what people's take is, because like it does feel bad whenever you're like playing Kindred, and if everything doesn't go right for you, you don't get your marks, your team's behind. It feels really bad to have to stall a game out to like 30 minutes just to be able to get your items installed, so you can finally be allowed to play the game as the same as other champs. Because like obviously the AP farm heavy meta, Kindred does well into a lot of AP junglers like Lilia and stuff aren't really a struggle for Kindred, but certain champions can just kind of one-shot their camp, one-baiting you or perma-ganking. They don't really have mechanics where they have to pull off anything, and they're not super squishy either, and they'll one-shot you, and then it's just like, well, why play a champ like Kindred that when you play them optimally, yes, they're insanely strong, and they will outclass most champs if you play them super optimally every game, when you play a champion where you don't have to always play them optimally. And then you can just kind of stomp that way instead, for easier like way to go about it. So, kind of curious what people would want. Like, my take on Kindred is one of the things that makes them way too dominant whenever they're like average in lower ranks but way too good in higher ranks. My take on it is Kindred doesn't really have a good identity in terms of they're a hyper scaling champion who, like, obviously infinitely scaling ADC that does a crap ton of damage, but they're also really good at dueling early game, and mid game they're not bad either. They don't have a downside to their game unless you like shut them down with multiple people on your team, or their team's playing really bad, or somebody snowballs insanely hard and can just one-shot them before they can do anything. Like, Kindred's really good at dueling at level 3, like really good. You can beat most champions at level 3 without really much struggle whatsoever. Kindred's really good at that, but they're also not weak when it comes to doing basic stuff like middle of the game. You get like a Dirk, or you get a Triforce, or you get like one item, and you'll do so much damage to people just for existing, and it's like, oh, Katarina? Yeah. A little crazy there, friendo. A little bit crazy. It's like that in my opinion is part of the biggest issue with the champ, is there's no true downside to like any point in the game with the champ. I don't really think that's a good, healthy design in the long run, because it means the champion has to be balanced around. If they're good in pro play or high elo, they have to get nerfed because they're too dominant, or they just take over that elo and then they have an insanely high ban rate. Like last patch, Kindred had something, or 2 patches ago, Kindred had something like, I think it was a 50% or 60% ban rate in like D2 plus on a few servers, which obviously you don't want a champion to have a ban rate that high for obvious reasons. So, and that's why also when Kindred gets nerfed, like the little tiny nerf they got with the 15 health and the 5% attack speed, the lower ranked players thought it was really unfair, because obviously nobody wants their champion to get nerfed for, you know, just high elo alone. So it's one of those things that, like, it feels bad for the lower ranked player base, and it feels bad for the higher ranked player base, just because the champ is too good in certain ways. And obviously when the champ doesn't really feel like it has a downside, the champ just feels miserable to play against for the majority of your player base. I'm dead. Wait, Renekton, you just let him run down the... Huh? Okay. What? Oh, I honestly got 2 of the grubs. Yeah, that kind of also then brings me to my idea of, like, because like I say, Kindred doesn't have a great identity of when they're supposed to be strong, when they're supposed to be weak, because as an infinite scaling champion. Like, imagine if Senna got all, like, she's annoying early game, but she's weak early game. She doesn't have a crap ton of damage. She doesn't really have too much CC and stuff. Like, she's not great early game unless she can get her souls or has somebody who lets her stack and kind of get her damage off for free, which is why fasting Senna works. But like, imagine the Kindred doesn't really have the weakness point in their game. They're just good at like all points. And then they scale into a monster because they get a lot of stats for free. So it's kind of one of those things of like, I personally, if I had to choose for as a Kindred player what I'd want, I still think Kindred's early game should be nerfed a little bit, like their E damage stuff. They shouldn't be the insane duelist level 3, but on like exchange for that, I think Kindred's clear speed needs to be increased. Because right now, Kindred's clear speed is like bad. Like, it's bad compared to most meta champions. It's like, you have champions that are clearing in like 2 minutes 50 seconds for their entire jungle clear, or like most champions clear by like 3:15 and stuff, 3:20. Kindred, it's very hard to pull off fast clears without a leash compared to other champions, and the rest of their clears aren't super fast because Noon Quiver doesn't exist with the monster damage passive that it used to have. So like, you kind of don't have that optimal state like you used to have, and I feel like at the modern meta, if it's going to stay, since they seem happy with that Faded Ashes in the game, if we're going to keep Faded Ashes being Faded Ashes, then I really think that they should just nerf some of Kindred's early game pressure, but make it so Kindred's clear isn't awful. Because, like, when Kindred had a bug, like when they were nerfing Kindred on PvE, and Kindred had a, it wasn't really a bug, it was just a misinput, but whenever they did 6,500% damage, that is 6,500% damage. 65 times the damage they were supposed to. They could only clear 15 seconds faster than a Zyra jungle, for example. With 65 times the damage they were supposed to be doing, they could clear 15 seconds faster. That's how slow and bad Kindred's actual clearing is. And I think that's really bad in the game where you're trying to balance junglers and things around their clear and stuff. I feel like at that point, make it so you're not as dependent on snowballing like champion fighting, and make it so you can actually farm like another champ and scale as a scaling marksman. I think that would honestly be healthier for the game, personally. But that's just my take. Obviously, nobody has to agree with that, because I'm not a balanced team like member, so my opinion is irrelevant to a lot of people. But just, yeah, I do stream almost every day, and a lot of times people will come to the stream and be like, Kindred's weak, or why is Kindred, like, why are they nerfing Kindred, or how doomed is Kindred because Kraken got nerfed, or because XYZ got nerfed. It's like, people always think the champion's just, like, doomed over, like, minor changes or this or that, and it's like, kind of puts you in a position of, like, at that point, I feel like the champion should probably get some changes, just so they're a little bit less generic. What are you doing, buddy? You okay? Okay, anyways. But yeah, that's kind of my take on Kindred. Obviously, I think the champion is still insanely good, and I will die on that hill. The champion's been very good for years and really hasn't been bad, especially if you know how to adapt your build and don't build the same build every game, and you take advantage of on-hit builds, you take advantage of crit builds depending on the elo, depending on the game, depending on what you're playing against. If you take advantage of, like, what you can, champion's incredibly good, but obviously not everybody knows how to do that or wants to do that, and that's fair too. But that's just kind of my take, and I just kind of was curious about other people's take on it. They kind of my little yap sesh, but again, like I said, shameless plug at this point. Now we'll focus on the game probably. I do stream, like I said, almost every day on twitch.tv/godlypolo. Link is in the description of all the videos. On top of that, my Discord is in there. I always post when I go live. I do have two Twitch channels. One I do stream like Valorant and stuff on, so if you are interested in Valorant gameplay and stuff, it's also I post that when I go live in the Discord as well. I'll post that in the description too. But yeah, if you guys want to join the Discord and things, hang out, that's chill. Just don't be weird, because sometimes people have to make everything weird and I don't get why. But yeah, I have enough to build VS Tournament as well. But yeah, feel free to join, hang out, chill with everyone. I will probably be live when this video goes up on my main channel, playing some kind of league. I don't know if I'll be playing like try-hard games or what, but we will figure it out. I don't know. Anyways. Also, I will say this, because I know a few people do come to my stream. I'm aware sometimes I can be an asshole when people complain or like come to my stream, because I've been dealing with people complaining all day and stuff. But I will say I'm sorry for that. So if I gave somebody a bad, if I had a bad interaction with somebody, I will apologize for that, because I do kind of get annoyed whenever, like, between frustrating games happening and then sometimes just people being questionable, you know, stuff like that. I do get kind of annoyed and not good at, you know, not being annoyed, and sometimes I do kind of just act like an ass, so I'll apologize for that. It kind of just, yeah, if anybody does kind of have that bad impression, fair enough, understandable. I cannot blame you for it. I don't know. Let's see, Azir's coming over here. Should be okay, I think. Oopie, done. Oh, I still couldn't get away. Pain. But yeah. So I guess if you do have any ideas or anything, your opinion is champ, you would want for the champ, leave a comment down below, because I'm kind of curious on whether or not you think Kindred is actually broken or too weak, blah 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 blah, whatever your opinion. Curious. So yeah. Also, I guess like the video and stuff for algorithm's sake and stuff. And I guess the only other question I have for the video too is, do you guys prefer I do non-stream VODs, just kind of talk to about the game and focus on the game and everything, or do you prefer whenever I just have stream VODs and I'm talking to my Twitch chat and stuff and just chilling. I don't know what he was thinking there, but yeah. What are you guys thinking? You realize I'm a fed Kindred, right? Like, what are you thinking, dude? Oh, that's actually oof. I think I'm dead from the CC. Yeah, I actually think I'm just still dead here. Wow. I couldn't use my W or anything there for a second, so I couldn't get out. The Poppy using her W there kind of screwed me because it stopped the Azir from dashing out. When it stopped the Azir from dashing out, it made it so he had to wall me under the turret too. That's unfortunate. I got my Hawaii. Cool. Wow, the coolest that actually gets the kill on Aatrox there away. I'll take it. I'm gonna go grab some more gold really quick. I'm gonna grab Mortal actually. I still really want to know if LDR is even worth building anymore because it only gives 10 more AD than Mortal now. It doesn't have like any more pen anymore since it got nerfed, and it also doesn't have Giant Slayer. I genuinely kind of want to know why you would build LDR because I don't think the 10 AD is really all that massive or worth building over the other options like Terminus or Cleaver or Mortal. When I gave more pen, obviously that was really nice because, you know, more pen is more pen. When it doesn't give more pen, it's not really a standout item without Giant Slayer. Uh-oh. That was unfortunate. Their whole team is right there, jeez. Except for Aatrox, who I think is 2v1ing my mid and top lane. I should probably stop killing myself like an idiot. I'm gonna throw the game by being dumb. I have this. Dude, no, don't die. Oh no. What are they doing? They're doing no damage. Oh no. Oh no. What are you doing? Oh no. Well. Yeah, I couldn't get to him to get the kill. Ow. I kind of need Poppy to tank it. Okay, we'll take that. They need to push with that. Hopefully get something done. Dude, can I move, please? Holy crap. I could not move my champ. I kind of been there and I knew I was, but I thought we'd actually do some damage to him. But I was incorrect. Because I think Poppy didn't have her W up, so she couldn't stop the rail jump. I should probably stop killing myself, though. I really should. But nobody really seems to have damage on it. Kind of move. Wait, she had opportunity and sold opportunity for Bork. She set herself even further behind by selling her item. Poppy, I'm coming. Wait, no, Poppy, don't run away. You're supposed to run forward there, Poppy. You are supposed to run forward. Okay, I'll take that. Alright. Not terribly flustered about that death as long as they get this kill, which I don't know if they can because she's 2 levels down. And she wasted her Ren. Okay, they do get it. Better than nothing. At least kill the camp. At least kill the camp. Get yourself the gold, bro. No. Alright, cool. Let's not pop off. I could have been just too greedy and just goofing around, like, just being dumb, but I probably should not keep doing that or I'm gonna end up making us lose. I don't know if this is worded. Pretty fast though. Ow. Dude. I need to finish the 1600. Aatrox is pushing top. I don't think I can get down there to save the turret in time. Oh, well. They TP'd behind them. They killed themselves. They went in as soon as I walked away too, which is kind of pain, but it happens. I don't know why I flashed there. There was no way I was getting out. I tried to flash off his box and hopefully get the heal, but the Zero behind me kind of makes it like guaranteed we're dead. I don't know why I flashed there. It's unfortunate they went in when I walked away and then Aatrox TP'd on them. Ult them away, Poopy. Oh, you don't have ult. Never mind. They're gonna die up there. I genuinely don't know if they can handle him. They genuinely, okay, now Closa's got enough spears. She should just be able to run. Oh, the CC. The CC. I got a, oof. I got a 0 at least, but I don't think they can still clean up. Cat's not exactly super strong. Super strong. I don't have a build last item. When in doubt, build wild arrows. That's the answer. We all know it.
And everywhere Lamb went,
Wolf was sure to follow.
I'm over a third of the, or a fourth of the deaths this game. Ooh. Alright, no more ending. No more ending. I'm gonna probably die like 6 more times because I'm just gonna keep running it down for fun because it's just a for fun game.
their path is destined to cross ours.
Yeah, half our team is not here. We have 2 split pushers right now. Oh well, everyone's kind of dead. That's fine. Even if it's GG, it is fine with me. It was still a pretty alright game. Pretty fun game. Jesus, that was 1-0 Q. Jesus.
Shine once more.
Oh, I didn't kill him. No, I'm gonna die. Yeah. Alright, I'll take it. That was just kind of a fun game anyways. It was just genuinely a for fun game where I just wanted to talk about the state of Kindred and the balance stuff and just have fun. I had fun with it. I'll take it. He did the most damage in the game. It did 46k damage. Bad, I'm not bad. Yeah, though. So again, kind of curious of what people think for like the balance and stuff in the state of Kindred. And like what I mean too is like obviously I'll just show this at the end, just kind of for a little bit of preference of, or not preference, but like example of what I mean when it comes to like Kindred's balance overall. So this is the current patch right here. Current patch, obviously, if you go to jungle tier list, you know, you look for Kindred. Kindred's not exactly doing very well this current patch after, you know, Kraken and stuff got nerfed. There's 46% win rate in for Kindred and gold. That's not exactly very good. 2% play rate, that's very low. And it's not like it normally is super high, like I think it was 2 patches ago when Kindred got nerfed. It was still alright. You know, before the Kindred nerf, still alright. Then it starts, obviously Kindred gets nerfed, and then the current patch, and it's not doing too good for normal players. The issue with it though is like, obviously again, this is worldwide too, if you sort by region too, but like also looking at different elos, this is the current patch in higher ranks, D2 plus, it's almost 50%, which not the worst, not the best, obviously middle of the pack. Previous patch was 51% worldwide, you know, before that 52%, like so on. So Kindred was doing really decent, and especially if you go to certain servers, like I know if you go to EU it wasn't super high, D2+, if you go to INA it was super high, if you go to Korea it was like getting pretty high. So like different servers have different win rates and stuff, like Brazil it's not super high, you know, even it's not super high. It's like different servers have different win rates too, which is one thing I was talking about like with it. And like obviously it's kind of one of those things where like on current patch, obviously higher rank Kindred's not doing great in NA, like what's the other servers, EU not doing super great in like their Korea, Kindred's doing fine, Brazil, Kindred's doing fine. Like it's different patches and servers have different balance rates. So yeah, it's one of those things where though one thing that is very clear is that like even when Kindred like was in one of its like its strongest state, you know, 2 patches ago, for higher rank worldwide, not just on a certain server. In higher rank, Kindred's doing really good. In lower ranks, Kindred's doing meh, like pretty average. That's part of the question why I have about the balance, because right now, as you can see, the champion's clearly being balanced around higher rank. It's very obvious. And that leaves the champion for 85% of the player base in a not so good spot. So yeah, like Kindred doesn't even start performing even decently well up until like Diamond. Oh, not even in Diamond, only in D2 plus apparently. So yeah, that's kind of my question of why you guys, or what you guys think about it. And I guess again, if you like the video, leave a like, check out my stream in the description, my Discord, all that stuff down below. If you have any ideas for a video or anything, or you have a preference of how I do videos, whether it be from stream or off stream commentary, let me know as well, and goodbye.